Alright, hello. This is Psychochronic, aka Psychorarity, and here we are again with another episode of Rarity Talk. And if you don't know what Rarity Talk is, it is my vlog or podcast or show, whatever you want to call it, and I'll call it a vlog, which documents my Street Fighter experiences, my FGC experiences, as one of the lone Canadian OGs that's still here to this day, 18 years plus and running. And here we are again with part 2. Toronto Locals photo album. So here we are, episode 32. Psychochronic, aka Psychorarity, discusses Toronto Locals photo album 2 of 2. From 2016 to 2020, my history of attending various Toronto local tournaments, mainly weeklies or monthlies or special events within the Street Fighter V era until COVID-19 and its various experiences to me in the fighting game community. The 32nd episode of Hopefully Many, part Canadian history lesson, part time theater, part photo album, speaking about the Canadian Street Fighter community through my perspective. And just like the last episode that I did with Toronto Locals photo album 1 of 2, it chronicles out an entire time frame of a time within an era, and I have it split into 4 parts. So we're just gonna get this easy. This is gonna be fairly easy, like, because I had these photo album type episodes as almost like, quick rush episodes, filler episodes. All right. So we'll go to part 1. So here we are starting off in March 2016 with TTT Canada Championships 3. So this is my 3rd appearance at TTT Canada East Championships. When they did the last year at the Ontario Science Centre, it was the first time they did it in the winter time, so the beginning of the year. So I usually view this as the warm-up tournament to the home major in Toryukin, and this is the 3rd and final time I've entered Street Fighter V in a tournament, because back then I did pre-register for major. So I was going to Winter Brawl, which was the first US major for the game. The game was 2 weeks old, and you already going to the home mini major in TTT Canada East Championships 3, and it's like, all right. And most people showed up to the initial ANC weekly. So it's like, okay, that's 3 tournaments you've entered for the game. And I'm like, okay, I've had fun, but it's like I'm not really liking Karen, and I'm like, I feel like Laura is just too much work. Plus, I don't even have a PS4 to play the game anyway. So it's like, okay, I'm done with Street Fighter V after this tournament. Like, as a Karen main in Alpha 3, you're used to doing short Gurenkin, Rekka, Diala Rekka. You can't do that in Street Fighter V. Because unless you're in V-trigger mode. So, alright, so here we are in the exact same hotel as all the other past Toryukins and CECCs. For the first one in 2013, however, for this one, we're in the much smaller ballroom. So this ballroom is way smaller than it is in the previous years. So it's like, okay, whatever. It's the same thing. It's still very spacious. I'm not going to complain. Yep. Mortal Kombat XL, Street Fighter V Season 1, Guilty Gear Exerd. Nice Koizumi Hayano stick. Love Live. I've taken a picture of this stick before. I don't know whose it is. I just like the design of it. Blaz Blue type shit. Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. Rebello. This is the tournament where Rebello won using Nash. So I remember so for the first big tournament, it was won by Rebello. Early game monster. I don't know what fighting game this is. King of Fighters 13. This is Persona, Yu Narukami. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Because I did enter Marvel and Street Fighter 5. This is a month after the Kane Blue River F champ at Winter Brawl. Toronto Junglist. This kind of shocked me because like 3+ years later, I would be in the fucking exploring Toronto's drum and bass and jungle scene. That's crazy. So it's finding this at a tournament first, exploring the music scene. I started off in bassline, and then you're gonna deal with drum and bass people and EDM people. You're gonna get some junglists too. So it's like I might as well. Harley Quinn stick. Shane Walker, Tat Rebello, King of Fighters 13. This is the Virtua Fighter stick, the a TE with a Virtua Fighter plate, so 3 buttons. Walker Joyce on Third Strike Online edition. Toryuken 5. So when they announced that they did Toryuken 5, it's in conjunction with Good Game Con. Oh my god, stay fucking free. Oh, right when I was getting to a fucking conversation, motherfucker, next picture, motherfucker gets bodied. He gets fucking sleepy. Oh my god, stay fucking free, buddy. Oh, yo, bodied, yo. Z, 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 Z. Okay. I was saying that at the time, they put Toryuken with uh, other games. So they put Smash for to get on my level. They did whatever with fucking League of Legends. They put everything in the Enter Care Center. So the first time Toryuken in any fighting game major will be held in an actual convention center. Marvel, crowd shots. Yep, and that's it. So that's TTT Canada East Championships 3. All right, next on the block, July 2016 TTT Evo 2016 viewing party. All right, so we're in ANC games on this one, and this time we're in the second iteration of it because we are in Spadina in college, not Spadina in Bloor. So we're a little north of Chinatown. So the last time TTT did a viewing party was at when I was part of Go's Game On Entertainment Services, and TTT, we were kind of partnered to run uh, a gaming room at Atomic Lollipop, which is a big rave and cosplay convention. So I was part of Go's and TTT, and we basically like we man this shit. We run this motherfucking gaming hall, and one of the special things on Sunday of Atomic Lollipop 2015 is that let's try to make this the loudest room as possible. Let's fucking have a fucking viewing party of Evo in this fucking room. You combine all the spectators of want to watch Evo and everyone in that room just playing games or whatever. You had about 130 people, so it was pretty fun. So this is done Evo weekend. There was an event I was supposed to go to downtown, I think in the harbor front, but it was wrestling, and it was like double booked. It was like overbooked. So it's like, fuck it, I'll just chill here, watch Evo, play some ST, play some Marvel, just enjoy this, Sunday afternoon. Why not? You couldn't go to that Lucha TO, so here you go. All right, this is so. What starts off top 8 is Mortal Kombat XL. So this is when Sonic Fox and Tekken Master played again. Buttons, sticks for sale at ANC. Sticks. Oh, that you have that Blaze stick for Dreamcast. Fucking looks like a fucking knockoff motherfucker, but you have a fucking nice royalty in the Sega Virtua Stick. Fucking that is fucking like almost like a Mercedes. I know in stick comparisons to car comparisons, the fucking HSS0130 Sega Saturn dual Virtua Stick type stick is like the Rolls Royce. here you have a Tekken 6 wireless stick. You have a WWE All Star stick, Sanwa modded, which is the shell of the SE. Just an afternoon of just playing some Street Fighter 5 or whatever games while there's an Evo stream up there. Marvel, and then the second game is Marvel Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Chris G versus Dual Kevin. Order a pizza. Chris G won Evo. There's his Evo. Macho Bo versus Nakamura. Guilty Gear Exerd Revelator 1. Revelator 1, not Rev 2. This I found interesting. They have a Champion Edition body, but they have an Anniversary Edition board. I still, to this day, ANC, I want that fucking Anniversary Edition board. I don't care if it's dead, sell it to me for cheap. It's gonna go to a good home. I want that fucking board. Marlon Pai versus Ogawa, so Guilty Gear. The ANC World Weekly schedule, so Niche Anime Fighters, Mortal Kombat X, and King of Fighters 13, only $1 on Mondays. Virtual Fighter 5 Exerd on Tuesdays, Misc Anime Fighters. Street Fighter 5 Marvel 3 on Wednesdays, Melee on Thursdays, Wii U 3DS on Fridays. So $5 all day access. Monday to Friday 4 to 9, Saturday 11 to 8, Sunday 12 to 6. So this was the spot to play in downtown Toronto every week. So us Capcom people, we come here on Wednesdays. Right? Crowd shot. Some more ST. Dogberry bringing his American board. Right? And that is the TTT Evo 2016 viewing party. Next on the block is TOSF HQ Barbecue Round 2 2016. Alright. Starts one of the bad shots. It's like, yo, you actually start off as a card shop first. Yeah, it's just them playing cards, but it's not a card shop per se. It's just straight up just games. Right? So basically the annual barbecue has been announced, but this time in 2016 they decided to do 3 of them within the summer season. So this is round 2. Here you go. You got pork ribs right here. Fucking full rack. Sapporo beer. I always bring some type of beer. This time I always get some. They had no Kirin and no Asahi. Sapporo, you might as well get it, even though it's overrated. Chef, Skill Mamu, manning the grill. So they have a station for King of Fighters 14, Street Fighter 5, banner, Street Fighter 5, Bang Bus, sticks. Those are some fucking amazing sticks. Mad Cats, TEs, Mad Cats, Pros. Broshadian on footcast, aka crutches. Yep, injured his foot in a skateboarding accident. So we're gonna call him crutches until he heals up. Fighter 5. Beef. Blurry picture. Alright, finally. Chicken drumsticks. Toast, toast, toast. Everyone raising their glasses up. Yep, raise your glass up. That's a dark shot of all the liquor. Yeah, now it's getting dark. You don't use flash photography while people are playing. That's a rule. Another toast. Johnny Walker double black. Danger man, safety man. Fire, purple fire. It's just a camera effect. They don't actually use purple fire at the HQ barbecue. This has to be, wait, go back. This has to be, I would say wontons or dumplings. Or kalbi. I can't tell. Kalbi being short ribs. Chicken thighs. right. All right, another night at the HQ. And now we go on to August 2016. Fight for the Six Third Strike. So, Fight for the Six is basically our version of the Red Bull Proving Grounds qualifier. Major cities in North America had it. Philadelphia, Orlando, Chicago, Atlanta, San Francisco, Los Angeles, just to name a few American cities. And the three Canadian cities given were Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver. So basically, it's 4 tournaments like a Ranbat season. Top 3 get a flight to Santa Monica for Red Bull. Then they do some type of team tournament, regional team tournament, like literally. So this is they made 4 of these tournaments, and I went to the 3rd one and the 4th one. So this is the 3rd one, and they brought in ST because, well, even though it's supposed to be the main emphasis is Street Fighter 5, you might as well add in other games from other scenes and just make it a monthly. Fair enough. So what happened is they got some type of what's that University of Toronto, they got some type of school lecture classroom type thing to rent out. So multiple people. See, we have ST, Yellow Board, so one Essential showed up. Jimmy Bones from Montreal showed up, so we got some Toronto versus Montreal. Red Bull sponsored, part of the Red Bull, so they gave away free drinks. Other games can be held. See, you're already seeing Exerd, Revelator, Guilty Gear. See, I see another Guilty Gear station right there. So even though your Street Fighter 5 is your main emphasis in the big screens. Crowd shot. Those school lecture rooms. So the games I've seen so far here are SF5, ST, and Guilty Gear Exerd. Let's sign Broshadian's cast, aka Crutches. Bones White R with Chirity in the background, Elias and Broshadian. Missing Person and Hoji, Jackie O'Manor and Bang Bus, Chokehold vs. Chirity, Red Bull. So this is a 3D game. It's either Dead or Alive or Tekken. This is, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Alright, so 4 games I've seen now. Hitbox. It's also projected here too, so I can see it here too. Jimmy Bones vs. Dogberry, another Montreal vs. Toronto. Guilty or Exerd on the Yeah, there's 2 rooms actually, 2 rooms, all across each other. The main one being SF5 and the other being every other game. But they did put Exerd into the main room, but this is the side stream. So Drew Face versus Jimmy Bones. This is Missing Person Stick. It's Detroit Red Wings Steve Yzerman themed, and that's all Crown parts, Korean parts. Hoji versus Jimmy Bones, and then we're all out to the pub across the street. Bone Shaker, pita, steak on a pita. Not a pita. Steak sandwich. My bad. Steak sandwich. Pita, fucking grilled chicken pita, sausage poutine, burger and fries, and chicken and fries. All right, so that's the third time of the third of 4 sessions where Toronto did their version of Red Bull Proving Grounds, and this is my first of that appearance. So we're in August 2016 for COSF HQ Barbecue Final round 2016. All right, here we are. Final round. So the third barbecue that HQ has announced of that season, of that summer, maybe the whole year. So just another barbecue going on. Yep. Marvel, Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. So my understanding is that Montreal showed up because the League of Legends LCS was in town, so it's like, yeah, why not show up here? This is where everyone fucking showed up. Fucking people you haven't seen for years, people that you haven't fucking seen in like that never adapted to Street Fighter 5 or Dragon Ball Fighters or what I mean, Dragon Ball Fighters didn't come out that year, but I mean, who didn't adapt to like the other games basically, these new age games. So it like basically all the OGs came out. It was fucking crazy. All the people of like the older Marvel generation that that basically stopped in the latter part of the Marvel generation, like when PS4 era. There you go. They showed up. So this was crazy. Yep, Smokey. Yep. Montreal showed up on this one. So this was pretty much unexpected. This was super fucking special to know. Dreamcast, but you're playing. Ooh, they're playing Dreamcast Third Strike. They're playing version B. That is not acceptable. Well, it's like playing the Vampire Savior 2 of Third Strike. Like, whatever. You can play this game casually, but it's like it's a revision. But whatever. So it's what's available. Whatever. Oh my god, get fucking body. Who fucking tripped and fell? Yep, yeah, yeah, you fucking tripped and fell. Ah, Timo tripped and. Alright. Beer pong. Ah, yeah, yeah, this is just a trip and fall. Whatever. Old school versus new school. One first half of the generation versus the second half of the generation. Marvel 2016. So we're entering the PS4 era in Marvel because by this time, everyone's scrapped out on PS3 or 360. No one's gonna play that shit. So if you're gonna play Marvel competitively, enter going within 2016 PS4. Marvel 2. So that's a Toodles disc. They're using a multi 5 game in one Toodles disc. That's how you're able to play some Marvel. Marvel 2. Yep. Green Goblins, the age text. Group picture. Group picture. Group picture. I'm the one taking the picture. This is why you hardly ever see me in any group pictures. Whoop. This is going to be a very fast episode because I found out that there are no videos in this timeline that I've taken. So, group picture. Montreal, Toronto, Paul. What are they playing? King of Fighters 14. Go on till all hours of the fucking night. Gotcha Man, aka Booba, the biggest afro I've ever fucking seen in my goddamn life. That's not Mega Man X. And then group picture. You have it timed so it flash mode 2 seconds. Just press the button, then it'll just blink. I'm like, okay, Resident FGC local photographer expanding out to other scenes. So here I'm still carrying on. This is my roots. FGC, my roots, buddy. Alright, next on the block is ST London Labor Day session. So the time where we drove all the way to London to go all the way to Turbo Two Tone's house and play some Super Turbo on a fucking showcase cabinet on American parts and in his little 90s classic retro themed arcade. So aside from Dogberry and Unessential and Atari in this time frame, Turbo Two Tone had boards. He had Naomi boards. He had CPS boards. This is all in his own fucking house. There's a private room for all this. Champion Edition, T2, Blitz 99, Simpsons, TMNT, Virtual Fighter 1, KI2, all these Nintendo Power posters. Yeah, some of this shit you get from Nintendo Power magazine from the 90s. American parts, but we're playing on a showcase cabinet. Champion Edition. Dog. Another dog. Naomi. Sega Naomi setup. So this is the arcade board of a Naomi setup. And then we went all the way to Avarice X's apartment because the Japanese head-to-head candy cab is there. So we all made another drive to go all the way to Avarice X's apartment and play some head-to-head ST on a Japanese arcade cabinet. Alright, and that was the end of ST London Labor Day session. Alright, September. Fight for the 6th final defense. So the 4th and final edition of Red Bull Proving Grounds Season 1. Alright, so this is the 4th session. So here, more games are being featured in. So not just Street Fighter 4. I mean, not just Street Fighter 5, I'm sorry. So they showed some of the Dragon Ball Z, whatever latest episode, just to get people entertained. So we had ST, SF5 obviously being your main emphasis. So here we are back again in the fucking school, University of Toronto, downtown campus. Atari bringing his Dark Soft. Unessential bringing his yellow board. Alright. So Street Fighter 5. Red Bull to give away. Crowd shot. So they had King of Fighters 14 in this tournament. Buffalo putting out flyers for Rumble in the Tundra that year. Mass Arcade Stick. This is King of Fighters 14. Yeah, 14. Face versus Dogberry. The Steve Eiserman stick, so the missing person stick. Dogberry versus Drew Face. Ryzen Student versus the Old Master. And some OG. Third Strike Online Edition. Alright, they made a tournament with that. Someone brought a PS3. ST. We were able to get 32 people for ST on this one, so that was pretty fucking cool. Third Strike Online Edition. I see 2 stations for that. Chira the Etel Dan. Guilty Gear Exerd Rev. I think this is Rev 2. Alright. Brackets for Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. I think they had MK 11, not maybe it didn't come out. Maybe MKXL and Second Tag Tournament 2 here. Because I remembered other games were in on this. So this is the prize. If you want, it's $10 entry, 32 people entered, 320, 70, 20, 10. First place $210 for ST. That's the payoff for Third Strike. Lucky Jim on commentary. I think this is Grand Finals, Dogberry and WB. This is King of Fighters 14. Yep. Hamilton versus Toronto. Even though Dogberry used to live in Mississauga, he technically lives in Toronto because he lives there. Yep, and Dogberry winning the guap. I told him to spread that guap. So the story with Dogberry is that he made it all the way. I know he beat me along the way in losers, and that's fine. But he had to play Lord Jimmy Bones, and Lord Jimmy Bones used he uses boxers, so it's boxer versus guile, and he loses a match. Then he uses claw, and I'm like, you use boxer, you're gonna complain about other characters like Chun, but you're this scared of guile that you gotta use claw. To us, I felt like that was a disrespectful counterpick. Fuck you, man, you fucking lost on that one. Stay fucking free, Jimmy Bones. Not gonna work. Alright, so we went to Let's Be Frank, which is like walking distance, and it's right beside A&C's, just to get some food. This is the day where mac and cheese with ground chili on it, a little bit of chili, ground beef, sloppy joes, onion rings, sub, hot dog, poutine, bacon and mac and cheese dog, and the works fries. So I remember this is the day where Atari told us that Matsun and Kusamondo were interested in going to Canada Cup that year. So that was the dinner conversation, just talking about some ST, just ordering some good food. Toronto won a tournament, and Toronto beat Montreal. Didn't even place in top 3 in ST actually, which is pretty funny. And that counter pick, very disrespectful. Like, come on, man. At least show that if you're gonna use claw, at least show us that you've been practicing with the character months before instead of just using it on a whim, thinking it could work. Nuh-uh. Alright. December 2016, Raiders Esports Center Capcom Cup 2016 viewing party. So I remember this. So this is the first time, but by my understanding, that Raiders esports scene gets introduced to the FGC, and they want to use this as the new weekly spot. I came back from my Japan trip the month before, and I think I was going to a nightclub later on this night at Nest. So I figure I'm just gonna stop by and just watch, some of this Capcom Cup. Not really a viewing party. It's just me and HVE were there. Nachos. Yeah, so it was just me and HVE. We're just, there you go, finally. Chicken wings and fries, and we're just talking. Came back from Japan. I came back from Japan. I had nightclub vouchers out, and it's like, okay, I'm going to check out this new place where we're going to say this is our new weekly spot. And this was actually a great spot to host events, actually. It actually caters to us very well. Alright, and that's the end of that chapter, and we'll go to part 2, Super Turbo Showdown Western Ontario Qualifier. So we are now going to Super 1-Up Games, and this is the Western Qualifier for Super Turbo Showdown, which is basically a team tournament invitational that you have to qualify for, and in this one, we're all the way in Super 1-Up Games, and basically it's to anyone who lives in the western end that can qualify for this team. And the only people that showed up did qualify, which was Bort, Turbo, Two-Tone, and Wrath. So basically just a regular Super Turbo tournament with western people, so anyone west of Mississauga, forming up this western team. So basically western is Guelph, Waterloo, and London, if you think about it. right. Arcade ST. And we got CVS. We got CVS2 for side tournament if anyone wanted to play, because they brought in Unessential brought in a Naomi Network. We got Arcade ST on actual boards. All right, so the next one will be Super Turbo Showdown. Now, I wanted to make an entire episode about this specific event eventually, which I will, called Bracket Review eventually. So I'm just going to showcase off just the photo album here. This is the tournament where now this is the 3 versus 3 main event, and now you have 4 teams already in on this. You have Toronto, which has to consist of Jet 07, Dogberry, Unessential, because they did a ranking system of the weeklies at Stun City. TTT Sun City does their rankings for Street Fighter V, and those exact rankings were incorporated for ST. And your top 3 for the Toronto team was Jet 07, Dogberry, Unessential, in that order. So the Western team was Board, Turbo Two Tone, and Wrath. The Montreal team, which was an invited team, obviously, was Chirithia, Lord Jimmy Bones, Thello. I don't know who the captain is. I'll just say all 3 names because everything I'm saying is in captain order. But I'll say, okay, whatever, captain order. Lord Jimmy Bones, Thello, Chirithia. The 4th team was the Last Chance Qualifier team, which was the wild card team. So the 4th team, you have to win the Last Chance Qualifier, and your top 3 is that team. That order was me, Oz, and David Spence. So that is the 4th team. And to make things interesting, rather than have a double elimination tournament, let's have a round robin, but let's have a 5th team. Let's have an America team in there, because very few Americans did show up for this one. So let's have Cochise, that arch villain, and Atari as the American team, as the 5th other team, and everyone agreed to it just to make things interesting and spice it up. Fuck having, just a standard double elimination tournament. Nah. Make it better. I know a lot of people, very few people were against on that, but everyone said majority rules, and everyone agreed, let's have an America team. Alright, so this is casuals. So, yep, we got that little fucking OCD type setup that really needs to be really fucking clean as fuck, dude. That does not look healthy. Wires can just pop out. So we got an appearance by the OG Generation 1 David Spence. He showed up to this one. You got Oz in one of those Hitman suits. He was just wearing a suit and tie like salaryman gear. Thello versus... I can't tell the hat. I can't tell on the face. You got David Spence versus Oz, so Generation 1 versus Generation 3. David Spence. Record the old mastic that he needs to play on. SJ, one of the rising new bloods. He's known for Marvel, and he's known for Street Fighter V, and he's been playing a lot of the anime games in past events. But yo, you're in ST. Now you're dealing with the OGs now. You're dealing with the Game of Kings, the gentleman's game here, kid. CE themed on a fucking TE2 Plus. Another mastic. Wait, is that mass? Look, no, yeah, it's a mastic. I thought it was red octane for a minute. Then they did a Street Fighter V exhibition between Chirithia and SJ. As I think Bass End was supposed to show up, but he didn't show up. Akio Manor, Lord Jimmy Bones on commentary. I know I want to do a future episode on this where I review every match I do. I know that's gonna fucking happen. This is one of my favorite tournaments ever, because this is as close to a fucking major I'll ever fucking win in my life. So we're in Meltdown, Toronto. College and Beatrice. College and Grace. Sorry. Montreal versus Western. That arch villain drove all the way from Chicago. Cochise drove all the way from Ohio. Little weaky ass gamer shots on Flame. And your winning team is the team wildcard. Me, David Spence, and Oz. And I have this exact picture framed in glass with the metal around it just to make sure, like, yo, this is the first and only time ever in Toronto Street Fighter history, let alone Canadian Street Fighter history, where you have a 3 versus 3 tournament and all three motherfuckers on this team are of a specific generation of the scene. You have David Spence in Generation 1, who's been to fucking, the 98 Alpha 3 Nationals when Daigo showed up for the first time. He's been to the 94 Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 New Challengers Tournament when Mike Watson showed up. He's been to He's been top 8 at Evolution, and then you have me, one of the people after the Daigo parry and plays multiple games, and then you have Oz that comes in the Street Fighter 4 era, starts off in GGPO, and then comes out to the local sessions and fucking kills everyone out. He used Boxer, but it's like, I'm gonna say that, okay, in terms of Oz, if you do not count Afro Legends, because Afro Legends is a god, Oz is the best ST DJ in North America, hands fucking down. What the fuck you gonna say about that? What are you gonna say? So I'm just saying that the pedigree of talent in this picture from 3 different generations is fucking immaculate. I just wish Oz would travel, though, because he would be a top 8 tournament threat in ST, bar none. Alright, group picture if we could. Yeah, this is all blurry as shit. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Yep, metal, and I got $50 for winning the last chance qualifier, $100 for winning the main event 3 versus 3, which is the split, so 300, 100 per teammate, then an additional 100 from Arch Villain for drinking 10 shots. But those were the weakest shots ever, so it felt like nothing. So it felt like drinking juice. So it's like, yep, this is and here, this white thing, those are 2 Colt Whites, because I smoke cigars. So it's like, I need a Colt White to fucking end this, and I remembered making a bubble bath and like, yep, I'm the fucking king. I spark up a cigar in the fucking bathtub, yo, I'm the fucking king. Yep, it was supposed to be called Kings of the North. I try to make some type of poster about this. Alright. TTT Canada East Championships 4. So the second season of Street Fighter 5. I was too cheap to enter because they wanted $55 for this one. So it's like, I'm just going to spectate. And I can do some commentary for ST. Why the fuck not? I'll show up. So this is Canada East Championship. See, they wanted 35 NU. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, for a 12-man tournament, I can't do that. You know what? Okay, because I have an idea. Oh, sorry. Berman. All right. CEC. TTT CEC 4. Is if the interview is not super turbo. Alright, then it must be deleted from... Yeah, it must be deleted. Alright, cool, no problem. Alright, so there's no video about this, it's okay. So they had Street Fighter 5, they had Marvel, they had a free USF4 entry tournament that I didn't see. They had Marvel and Street Fighter 5 exhibitions. Then your non-Capcom, King of Fighters, Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, Super Turbo. So I just decided to show up, just to spectate. Just mainly crowd shots. I think we're in an, I forget the name of the hotel, but we're in like Jarvis and like Church. So basically where the old T12 used to be. Dog. Someone brought a dog. Basement Gaming with their station. Special appearance Guilty. Stormy G, Guilty. Yep. What can Burning Meter do for me as a TO? Burning Meter station. So Guilty just happened to be visiting Toronto. I know the person that's housing her during this time frame, so. Oh my god, get fucking bodied. Oh, asleep. Oh. Yeah, K Brad. Okay, so another guest was K Brad. He happened to show up for Street Fighter 5. Play some Marvel 3 too. So Guilty versus Shane Walker. They had a Street Fighter 4 station. Windjammers. This is Dyson Doll. She's a local cosplayer. She's dressed up as Elena. She's one of the very few cosplayers to actually explore our scene and actually like go to our weeklies. So that's pretty cool for her. So it's like, yeah, we know who Dyson Doll is in our scene. I understand that when they did Tori Yukin for Street Fighter 6, she dressed up as Lily from Street Fighter 6. So this is basically one, I would say, one of the people in Toronto cosplay that will actually go out of the way to go to an FGC event, and we respect and support that. So Dyson Doll is like our resident cosplayer. Even though that there were times that she was learning the games, she was also learning the scene as well. So that's a great effort in starting off. DB Generation 13. Rakir versus Oz. New generation versus old gener. I want well, they're both new generations, but they're both of different games because Rakir is known for anime. SJ versus Sin. Dog. Gentle Step versus SJ. Coming up next, Super Turbo. Commentary, yep, me and Oz are doing commentary. K Bright on the commentary mic. Ah, Guilty. Ah, stay fucking free. Oh my goodness. Get fucking bodied. You didn't get enough sleep the night before. Garu Mark of the Wolves. K Brad versus Joker in an exhibition. Precision versus SJ in an exhibition. So Precision is from Winnipeg. So this is a pretty good experience. Timo versus Joker. Marvel 3 Losers Finals. K Brad and Joker. Oh my god, that fucking setup gives me the fucking creeps. That's a haunting ass setup. Fix your shit. Out is 02. Someone brought in a 02 board. K Brad versus Guilty. Gentle Step versus Raz. Raz's final appearance in Toronto because Raz is an exchange student from Russia. That's how he qualified for CPT European Finals, European Regional Finals. He had to play online, and that's how. So Raz is actually from Russia, but he spent the first year or so in Toronto as an exchange student. Solomon versus Shane Walker. TOSFHQ Sin versus Vest End. This is a selfie with me and Kaya. Kaya is basically one of the famous cosplayers in Toronto cosplay community, and she is the one that's housing Guilty for this weekend. Picture with me, Kaya, and Guilty. Picture of Guilty and Kaya. When I met Kaya for the second time, she cosplayed as Poison from Street Fighter 4 at Con Bravo. Then she invited me to her birthday party, and then we just all knew each other from that. We just hung out and just contacted. Groove shot, and that's it. So that was interesting. A little mini major in preparation of the home major. So TTT Canada East Championships 4 is off the books, and now we go all the way to Basement Gaming Square 1 tournament. So are you telling me I can literally take one bus from my neighborhood that'll lead me to Square 1 just to compete in a tournament? Like, fuck yeah. So this is the Microsoft store in Square 1, and it was hosted by Basement Gaming, and they did PC setups for both Marvel 3 and Street Fighter 5. Right? Pretty short day in experience. Yep, managed to convince one of my convention buddies, Cosmic Emperor, to show up. Morrigan Doctor Doom Strider. So this is his first tournament outside of a convention. He never actually played like actual people, and not gonna count any online. So Street Fighter 5, Marvel Infinite, Mississauga. It's like 25 minutes for me to access this place. Get here. It's so fucking easy. Monster, they gave away free Monster energy drinks. Alright, and that's that. World Gaming Northern Fights Championship Finals. So this one is done in the movie theater, Scotiabank Theater in downtown Toronto, and they had a bunch of qualifiers from all around the country and other movie theaters. And this is the final part. This is season one. One? No, season two. This is season two because the last season it was won by Chai Rithi, and he walked out with $10,000, and he was interviewed on Global News Montreal morning. So this is season two, and they had other online qualifiers for Americans to show up, and various Americans went to other Canadian qualifiers in their Scotiabank Cineplex theaters to try to qualify. So Wolf Crone, F Champ, Kyle P, Vagabond, Knuckle Dew. I forget the sixth person, but it's like I think it was Americans that managed to qualify in the 16-man bracket. So they had the Marvel 2 machine for free, except the Assist 2 button is broken. Right? And just World Gaming, Cineplex, Finals, free entry, free tickets. You're just there to spectate. This is this AE 2011 board. Please insert 3 credits. Pac-Man, DDRX, House of the Dead, Time Crisis 4. So, 12 o'clock, Mortal Kombat XL. 3:30, Street Fighter 5. Very esports, very fucking presented like this. Timing and all that shit. Right? So, they started off Mortal Kombat XL. You can basically go in and out. They do it at a movie theater. I don't know what the qualifiers were for Mortal Kombat. That I didn't pay attention to. This is RK9 cosplay dressed up as Laura, who's pretty active in the Toronto cosplay scene that I've seen at various Pink City parties. I don't know who the Reptile is. I don't know who the Karen is, but this is Beck of Hearts, aka Beck's Cosplay Wonderland, one of Toronto's famous known cosplayers, one of the most known cosplayers in Canada. So you can tell that all of them, they're getting paid for this. They know they're getting paid for this. Beck's Cosplay Wonderland has I don't know, 400 cosplays done, basically. Interviews, casual stations outside. F champ. See? Alright, so winners bracket for top 16 in Street Fighter 5. Black Furry, Little Thief, Drayomi Games, Wolf Crone, Senor Timo, Vagabond, F Champ, Kyle P. Wow, so they had NorCal and Seattle, Washington in the first fucking round. Wow. Right. And it's like, after this, I'm done. It was this was done during Pride, and so they knew that the fucking entire downtown would be fucking filled up. It would be closed up because of the Pride Festival and Pride festivities or whatever. I went to Cosmic Emperor's condo later that day just to chill out. Because I knew I wasn't gonna. After the second round, I'm done. It's like I'm not gonna be playing any of this shit. You know, impossible to get casuals on. You know, just did the right thing just to show up. You know, it's just a support, free event. Relive Retro. So this was done in Meltdown Toronto, and it's just a retro tournament hosted by Missing Person and Unessential. Just hang out, whatever. Yep, brought my stick with me that I still use to this day. Ghosts and Goblins. Drink and drive and smoke and fly. Get some drink on. What major is this? I don't know what major that they're streaming in. I don't know who streamed that, and I know that's in French. Naomi, CVS2, Akatsuki Blitzconf. Got Dogberry versus me. No wait, yeah, it has to be, yeah. No, it's Old Face, so it has to be Unessential. And you have Hulk Jen, one of our resident cosplayers in our local FGC. Someone brought in CVS2 EO. So you have you have a CVS2, the better version, and CVS2 EO, the shit version. Like, oh, so many differences between those two. Bones versus Dogberry. These are takoyaki. No, just meatballs. Breakfast sandwiches. Yeah, let's get some breakfast sandwiches in this motherfucker. Jimmy Bones versus Dogberry. Hulk Jen as Chun-Li. We have resident cosplayers, so we have Hulk Jen, we have Siryu X, so we have two and we have Dyson Doll, so 3 cosplayers in Toronto. 2 of them actually players and involved in the FGC that will cosplay, and me if you want to count me. And NHL hits 2002. Naomi set up Akatsuki Blitzconf. Garlic bread. Oh, now I'm craving some fucking garlic bread. Shots. Yeah. Let's get some shots in this motherfucker. So, yeah, okay, so this is... so at the same time, there's a stream for Canada Cup Vancouver, which is their Master Series. Because this is taking place in the July, and Canada Cup Toronto takes place in... October, so they did their little mini version of a Canada Cup, and they did it in Vancouver. So might as well have the stream on. Cheesy nachos, CVS2 EO, N64 pad, Street Fighter EX2 Plus. Cannon Spike. Castle. Someone put a stream, and it's the game's done quick. All right. TTT Stun City Northern Arena Knockout FGC meetup. So this is basically when Northern Arena decided to do an invitational. They decided to rent out various parts of the Hive Esports, the Stun City, as a local. So I didn't get much picks in because obviously these picks are not loading. See, 0 byte, 0 byte. So basically a lot of people were there. Tokido, I'm Still the Daddy, Fujimura, I forget who exactly. I know James Chen was there, and we basically quote unquote kidnapped him and have him play Super Turbo Casuals against us. Oh yeah, Chris G was there. So this is a very interesting Street Fighter 5. So it's all Street Fighter 5, and with some Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Super Turbo. Oh my god, stay fucking free, buddy. So yeah, so 3 games: ST, Marvel Infinite, and SF5 in this casual. It's just a weekly, but it's like it's highly emphasized though because like motherfuckers showed up for this one. Bird's eye view almost, standing on couches and tables. Most of the picks are all ST. I think some of the international people just showed up and then they just dipped out. Like, whatever, I just want to rest. Or Jimmy Bones. A lot of people traveled. A lot of people traveled. Chris Jeevers Bang Bus. We got a whole row of fucking of ST right here. I'm still the daddy. Yeah, that's yep. Yep, Northern Arena. So they flew out all these top players to do an invitational. So this is the first time that a Canadian, whatever, anything in Canada has ever been done like this in terms of the esports aspect. Alright. November 2017, Toronto Fight Club launch event. So I think I may have it here. Alright, just give me a minute. Playlists. I may have archived something related to Toronto Fight Club. There you go. Non-Capcom. What do I have here? There you go. There you go. Got it. Yeah, might as well put that on the background. Alright, so with Toronto Fight Club launch event, this was hosted by someone I know in Toronto's cosplay scene who goes by the name Nephi Avis. Cosplayer, he used to live in Shanghai, and the story is, gaming wise, is that he used to help run some of the locals at Taito's, whatever Taito station in Shanghai. Okay, if the video is not fucking loading, there you go. So this is Nephi's first ever attempt in running a tournament here, and I gave him a lot of advice. It's like, yo, we already have so many tournaments here. The activity, we already have a constant level of activity, and like, you realize that this is going to be a very hard thing to do. Do you have all these monitors or whatnot? No. You have to rent them out. So TTT came in, and and basically helped, he rented out some stations. And that's fine and cool. Okay, whatever. So this is his first ever attempt in Nephi's attempt in first running a tournament here. He's going to realize that this is going to be hard. Some of us, supported. We supported. We had Street Fighter 5. Some of us volunteered our time. But it's like, you have to know the scene. Dyson dressed up as a Minat. So, wow, the fucking video is so fucking choppy as fuck. Okay, fuck this. Sorry. Okay, well, at least I have the fucking footage of this. Right? At least I fucking salvaged the video. So if Nephi's here, he should be thanking me. All right, so getting back to story. is that you're going to realize that this is going to be hard. You have to know the scene first and the player base before you kind of want to start into an organizational role. You don't want to start off as organizer first with no track record and then run an event. That's just not going to work. So basically, okay. So he had some people come in for music performance, and which was not really a good idea. You're interrupting a tournament so someone can play music. This is just a stream. Someone's just playing Dong Dong Never Die on a fucking. This is just a YouTube video. So this is Toronto Fight Club. Yep. This is the organizer right here, Nefi Avis with the cat ears. It's like you're gonna realize this is not gonna be easy. He had item prizes up, but they didn't come in time, and they came in really late. And it's like fuck it. It's like this is. I'm just saying, like, we showed up, to do on a Sunday, but like, leave the organizing to the organizing, leave the playing to everyone else. Anyone can play, but leave the organizing to the organizing. Sailor Moon S, we had a casual station. It's like, we came in with other stations independently just to, help boost up your numbers. Bagud cosplays and Dyson Sailor Moon S. Alright. So that's it. That's Toronto Fight Club launch event. TTT Stun City Rumble. So basically, final. Okay, well, when was this taken? 12/20. Okay, final tournament of the year. Usually they call it Final Impact, which is a monthly, but this is the final weekly. Final weekly of the year. All right. And, basically, all games are Third Strike ST. Got some ST. Got some Samurai Showdown. I don't know which version of Samurai Showdown. Sailor Moon S. Brought my stick just to play. Soul Calibur 2. Sailor Moon S. Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 4. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Last Blade 2. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Karnov's Revenge. Zenyatta. Complimentary 1 hour gaming with your purchase. So if you bought that drink, you get an hour of gaming for free. Alright, well, that's it. Wow, alright. Well, that was fast. Okay, the final weekly of 2017. Alright, now to part 3. Marvel Mongrels 3, a Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite themed tournament at TOSF HQ in January. I had nothing to do. I just felt like I wanted to stop by, make a visit. It's 2.5 hours for me to get there and 3.5 hours for me to get back if I were to leave early. So basically just a Marvel vs. Capcom with other stations. Ultra Street Fighter 4, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Just another day at the HQ, but a special one-game themed tournament. Right? Marvel Infinite. You got Canada Cup champion Timo in the house. This is going to prepare him for Frosty Faustings. So this is a good warm-up tournament for him. Alright. Super Turbo Showdown 2. Actually, 2 can be done in this. I have an idea. Alright, so Super Turbo Showdown 2. So the second version of Super Turbo Showdown, where it acts as a satellite qualifier. If you the top 3 people get paid tickets to Dallas, Texas to compete at Spring Series 2018, And this is the tournament where Matsun, Odo-chan, I think Balcork may have showed up. I don't remember, but I know that top three of this tournament get all expenses paid, flights and hotels, and the top three was all Montreal. The top three was Lord Jimmy Bones, Thello, and Chirity, and this felt like a disappointment to me. I felt like the morale went fucking down after this fucking tournament. It was like, wow, we suck in this fucking game. It's like one of us had the chance to fucking represent Canada in the fucking spring series, and none of us fucking qualified. And I felt like this to me was like we really needed to step our shit up. So as defending champion in the team tournament, I felt like I really wanted that top three. None of us got top three. So when they did the 3v3 aspect, I left beforehand. I'm like, no, I'm very disappointed in this. So alright, so just gonna go through these pictures. So your Montreal representatives, Chirity, fellow Jimmy Bones. David Spence showed up for this one, thank God. Get some Generation OG 1 experience. Super Turbo Showdown 2. Alright, and that's it. And there is a clip. Which arm is it that forms before you have a heart attack? While that clip is going in, I am going to do something. Load the clip, damn you. Alright, this I had to incorporate last minute because why the fuck not? Okay, is this clip not loading because, VLC media player takes so fucking long to load, and I'm fucking live streaming at the same time. So Super Turbo Showdown 2 was basically Toronto's ultimate test, in my opinion, of who is worthy of a paid trip to Texas with all these other American and Japanese legends, and I felt like we didn't do that. So when I left Super Turbo Showdown very early. Okay, now you fucking show up.
Shade being thrown all around here.
Yep.
Alright, Psychochronic slowing down the pace of it. He's got super.
That's gonna chip him out. Oh,
there you go.
Oh, wow!
And the follow up with the up kick. Oh,
Wow!
And he
Finally, the video fucking loads.
Psychochronic taking game one, and what a show!
That was an incredible.
Okay, it just showed up. Okay, all right. So when I lost the Super Turbo, when I got eliminated, I didn't want to play in the 3v3. I left early, so I went to Pink City Rock the Dragon. So this is one of Toronto's first ever tournaments in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and they managed to get 92 people for this one, and it's hosted by Pink City, and they are known as a nerdy clothing brand that's known to host the best parties in Toronto cosplay. Basically, all the best and the hottest Toronto cosplayers, they party here. So it's like, okay, so this is Dragon Ball Fighter theme. So I just needed to get out of Super Turbo Showdown 2 to calm down my mind. So here I am. So the story is, okay, I'm just chilling. Like, I just want to just relax. Always have a glass of wine to calm you the fuck down, or some type of liquor, most likely a wine. I'm just going to go through the pictures very slowly, but like my mindset is, just chill out, relax. All these people, half the fucking cosplay scene, and Pink City, everyone that chills here. And you're just relaxing and calming down until something bad shows up. Montreal happens to show up. So what happens is Lord Jimmy Bones, Chirity, and Dello, they were accompanied by Jackie O'Manor, and they showed up. And in my mind, I'm like, Pink City is my place of peace, and I felt like they showed up. I felt like my place of peace got fucking violated, and I got fucking very fucking angry. I visually felt pissed off. It's like, adding salt to the wounds, adding insult to injury. Now you come to one of his favorite places and just show up after you whoop all of our asses. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to fucking shake your fucking hand and be like, thank you for whooping all of our asses and Toronto's asses and taking our spots and getting free trips to Texas? Nah, fuck you. I'm not gonna fucking accept that. Nah. So I remembered just chilling here until I was somehow, thank God, I was some from cosplay scene. Someone was able to give me a ride home to this one because I visually felt upset. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna just chill out and relax here. All right, Kawaii Bays, Natalia Cat and Tora Kings, Soy Bunny cosplay, who cosplayed as Sakura at Canada Cup months prior. Alex Rose, Soy Bunny cosplay and Vega cosplay. So Canada Cup Cami and Canada Cup Sakura. So right around this point, I was like, yo, if I can get a ride home, take it immediately, and I took it. So this was a very fun event. It was just until Montreal showed up, it just went all down the window. It's like, I am fucking mad. It's like, how dare this fucking happen? Alright, so one of the very few cosplay related events that I'm incorporating in this story, so thank God. August 2018 Retro Run Back 2. So they did, I think, Japan Festival Canada at the same time. And I skipped that, and it's like I needed warm up for various tournaments, so they did the second edition of Retro Run Back. This time they had to use some of it on 30th anniversary because why not? What I remember, 7th in CVS 2, 3rd in Alpha 3, losing to Turbo Two Tone v Sakura and Van Nguyen v Cammy. 1st in Super Turbo, but I lost to Drew Face, but I ran it back and beat him in Grand Finals. And 1st in Alpha 2 beating Drew Face. So perfect warm up. I think I won about $120 in this. So pretty good. So just another retro oh my god, stay fucking free. Why the fuck you fucking sleeping? So just another retro tournament. Everyone traveling all the way to Hamilton. Toodles disc. SF 15th anniversary stick. Def Jam Fight for New York. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Hitbox. Alright. September 2018, TTT Northern Battles School Rumble. So basically, another weekly. People are starting, school is in session. People, school season is starting. So, just another weekly, basically, but they call it School Rumble. Tekken, Sailor Moon S. Tekken 7. Street Fighter 5. So all the games in one. So yeah, so basically I think they did host on Mondays if I'm not mistaken, but I think they put all the games in one for this one day. K-pop club night. Pop goes the world. So this esports bar also does K-pop club nights and kawaii EDM nights and pink city parties too. Advertisement for Toronto Fight Night V5. Northern Battles, so the monthly. Street Fighter 5. Alright, and that's it. Alright, so basically all the games in one. TOSF HQ Toronto Fight Night V5. Alright. Exhibitions. Barbecue, I guess. Yeah, I'm guessing that they did barbecue. Yep. And that's my little serve bot button right there. I I don't see. Do I see? Yeah, I see my name up there too. All right. Well, fight night. So a tournament and an exhibition at COSF HQ and barbecue too. All right, so barbecue also. So all right. Chicken. Well, where are we? September. All right, September. Fighter anniversary collection. Yep. So basically another HQ barbecue, but that's not advertised as an HQ. Rock, paper, scissors tournament. Barbecue, exhibitions. Wraps. Fucking quesadillas. Quesadillas. This ain't Betsy, now it's Bertha. Rest in peace, Betsy. Smash random CPU. Random. Everything is random high difficulty. So basically, whoever you choose, so yeah, smash bets. Macaroni and cheese? Nope. Shepherd's pie. Damn. Alright, and that's TOSF HQ Fight Night V5. Next is the eSmarter launch party. Oh my god. Never have I've ever so this is basically like Pink City with games. So basically a lot of cosplay emphasis in on this. Street Fighter 5 is the main emphasis. I think $200 to $300 pot split within top 4. A lot of the cosplayers show up. Free fucking liquor to anyone. Well, not liquor. Well, free drink tickets and beer. You had to wear this little sleeve that made you feel like you're the fucking Hardy Boys of WWE, and you feel like you want a swanton bomb outside and dive into the fucking pit. So this was basically like one of the craziest events I've ever been to. I don't know who the eSmarter is, but you know they're advertising that sleeve. Cosplayers showed up for this one. Free drinks. Nobody wanted to bet money on the matches, so people bet money. Not bet money. People bet their drink tickets on the matches. Everyone gets 3 upon arrival. I walked out and cashed out 11. So basically, this was one of the most fucking hilarious fucking events I've ever been to. That's both fused of FGC and cosplay. That's Alex Rose dressed up as Bowsette. She's one of Hamilton's known cosplayers. Sleeve. And then you have your other section where people not related to the tournament, they're going to set up a party. Cosplayers. Yep. So this just came out of nowhere. This like came out of left field, which is pretty fucking crazy. Esports. So that's on the left is Bemsy cosplay. She is married to Sweet JP, who is the resident Street Fighter 5 Balrog, and Bemsy's like one of the known cosplayers of Toronto ever since like 2008. And on the right is is Alex Rose as Bowsette, and she's from Hamilton. She's basically one of the known cosplay photographers in all of Ontario, and they basically travel to a lot of conventions. This is packed. It felt like a fucking party. This ain't your average fucking monthly. Fire. They lit the fucking bar on fire. This is fucking cool as fuck. Fuck you, Liam. Liam the bartender. Selfie in front of the fire. We basically went nuts here. FGC takes over the Hive Esports, and then you're gonna incorporate a cosplay party with this later on. All these pictures are found on my Facebook photography page. Facebook.com/BrettIsGodlike, Brett's Godlike Memories. Or if you want to go through the map, tinyurl.com/Brett's Map. It'll lead you to a Google map, which will lead to every album I've ever taken of. Keep calm and kill your first two characters. When your first two characters die, then kill their whole team with level 3 X Factor Virgil. Fair. Me and Alex Rose as Bowsette. Bowsette was basically like the new made up new character, that fantasy character people made, and people wanted us to fucking make that. DJs, now we got a DJ in the fucking house. So this felt like a fucking party. Hive Esports. Now it's not called Raiders, it's called the Hive Esports now. We got ST. Oh, SF4. Not ST. I know it's mainly SF5, so trying to get casuals for other games is going to be super fucking hard. Got a DJ in the motherfucking house. Got Pink City in the motherfucking house. Let me get that mouse cursor out of the way. Moet Champagne. This is all free. It's all provided by the fucking eSmarter. So whatever. They fucking bought liquor for a lot of fucking people. Kiro and Alex Rose. Alright, and that's it. So the eSmarter launch party. I don't know the final results of that tournament, but it's alright. Alright, and now the final chapter of this, finally. March 2009 to March 2020. So March 2019, TOSFHQ Fighting Tournament Friday V3. So I just decided on a whim, I'm bored, I want to just relax. You know, I'll travel, to play some fucking Marvel. This is the only place where I play Marvel. I go here about once or twice a year, ever since my 360 broke and the scene went PS4 standard for Marvel. So it's like, I brought that bottle of Valandra because I'm a red wine guy. I know Bombay Sapphire is a hood drink, and I think HVE must have brought that White Walker, the Johnny Walker. Got your Street Fighter 4. Yeah, so it's Street Fighter 4 Marvel 3. Alright, just another day at the HQ. No barbecue needed. It's still cold outside. Alright, and that is TOSFHQ Fighting Tournament Friday V3. Electric Clash. So with Electric Clash, this is my, I think, first appearance, on camera. First appearance where I'm at Waves E-Gaming, so you're in Concord. So you have to go all the way to Pioneer Village Station, and then you're going to have to take a bus on steals that'll take, and then you just cross the street, and here you are at Waves e-gaming. So this is one of the very few tournaments in North America that's challenger status. So Bandai Namco will provide a $1,000 pot bonus, and I know Joey Fury showed up, Shadow 20Z showed up, Anakin showed up. This is all straight Tekken, but there are side tournaments for Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur, and Virtua Fighter. So this is basically a 3D game major, if you want to think about it. 3D games only. So it's like, okay, I'll show up to support, and I'll play Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. It's like, why the fuck not? Like, let's see how. I want to see a Tekken tournament. I want to see a Tekken. I'm one of the very few people that's Capcom, like Street Fighter, and even Legacy, that's even in this event. I'm only here to play some Virtua Fighter 5, if anything. Like, I'm not going to travel all the way here just to spectate. Right, so this is one of the very few challenger tournaments in North America, and basically the only challenger tournament in Canada, because I remembered when they did the Tekken World Tour that if you and I did the research, if you live in Toronto and you have a car to go anywhere within a 2-hour radius, you have access to 6 TWT events. Doesn't matter if it's dojos, and in this case a challenger. So Toronto really had a lot of Tekken World Tour activity. You can go to Buffalo, you can go to YetiCon, you can go to KimiCon, you can go to Hungry Battle, you can go to Electric Clash, an additional 2 hours from out of that 2, you can go to YumaCon. So yep, so this is the biggest Tekken tournament that I've ever shown up to, even though I don't even play Tekken, but like still, at least you're exploring another sub-community. Nine people entered. I got 4th in Virtua Fighter. I don't know who brought a fucking Uniel station. That's a nice hitbox stick. Selfie with Stormy G. I didn't stay for the whole tournament. I just left after I got eliminated. I'm like, alright. Man had a t-shirt booth. They had some Exerd casuals. So some anime people must have showed up. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Thrill Ho. Shockwave. So a Wednesday bi-weekly series at Waves. Alright. And that is Electric Clash. TOSF HQ Fight Night V7. So this would be an HQ barbecue, a fight night, with exhibitions. And by this timeline, this would be my final appearance at TOSF HQ. It's very hard for me to get here. Come on, dude. I remembered I went here. I needed to warm up for CEO because I'm entering in Marvel. This is the only place I can play Marvel. And I remembered 2.5 hours there. And like, please let me be the last one to leave. It took me about 5 hours to get back. And it's like, yeah, I think... Yeah. So, got to play online for a bit because I always show up early. That's my team. Nemesis, Trish Viper. Someone brought a card who. You got liquors from other previous visits. An HQ barbecue with exhibitions in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultra Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. So this TV right here with the Armika, this station is the stream station, quote unquote stream station. So you don't have to crowd around the monitors. It's already being broadcasted on other televisions around the venue. pulled pork, hot dogs. Just scrolling through the pictures. This is an easy episode for me to go through. Just going through a photo album, chronicling a history. A lot of familiar faces and names that you know along the last 18 years. Mostly crowd shots. There you go. See, if people don't want to crowd around, they can just watch it from the outside while eating. See, Smash Bets. So they're gonna use that Smash Bets TV to convert as a stream station. Nick Cam versus Bro Shadian. There you go. I guess about 30 to 40 people showed up here. No more than 50, but not bad for a fight night. Picture of me and Shane Walker, and I got my red wine glass. I've been drinking a lot of red wine ever since I've been exploring drum and bass community. I don't know why. I always just appreciate the red wine. Rice and chicken. Gentle Step versus Killer Cam in an exhibition. Yep. Rice and chicken, all cooked. Just all crowd shots, just people just chilling. Yeah, my phone back then was blurry as fuck, but hey, it's better than nothing. Mad Asian Boy doing an exhibition. This is Elias and Robertson. Robertson coming all the way from Kitchener, Waterloo. This is the guy that beat Hagen at Canada Cup, the best Zangief in the world. And Robertson made him look free. And fucking R. Kappa spent all that fucking money. Poker. Your boy got fucking bodied. R. Kappa paid for Hagen's flight and got bodied by fucking someone who lives in a remote location using the worst character in the fucking game. Steak. Poker. Alright, and that's it. That concludes TOSFHQ Fight Night V7. Next would be July 2019, Full Fighting Madness. So all legacy Capcom games were back at Wave Z Gaming. This happened before Mickey Con 2019. So before I went to a birthday bar party downtown at Power Up, I was all the way uptown and playing some retro games. So CVS 2, Darkstalkers, Cross Tekken. So I remembered second in CVS 2, losing to Keon Mode, but it's 30th anniversary edition, and I only used Fei Long. Second in CVS 2, but lost to White R. First in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, beating Bill Thrill-Ho. And nobody except me entered Vampire Savior. So this is the tournament where I killed Vampire Savior. No one wanted to enter it. No one wanted to play me. So they had Ultra Street Fighter 4. I didn't enter that game. I don't know if they had Marvel. Okay, they had Street Fighter 5. Oh my god, stay fucking free. Get fucking bodied. Okay, they had Marvel Infinite. Third Strike Online Edition. Well, no, Third Strike 30th AC. Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4. All right, that's it. So yeah, so second CVS2, second ST, first Cross Tech, and then killed Vampire Savior. No one will ever play this game ever again in Toronto. TTT Stun City post Evo 2019 Rumble. So TTT weekly, but school Rumble of all the games in one night, and it's done the right after Evo. Thought I'd pass by. Automatic, aka Jibbo, doing his stream. This is day one not day one. Yeah, day one Honda when it got released to Street Fighter 5. So the Hive Esports decided to broadcast his stream to all the TVs. I managed to get a picture of that. Hey, Jibbo, they're fucking broadcasting you at our esports bar when you used Honda in day one just to work on, just to work in the character and shit. It's like, yo, that was trippy as fuck. Alright, what do you have? Samurai Showdown. Yep, 3 Samurai Showdowns. Wow. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, Street Fighter 5. Yeah. So just multiple games in one day, right after Evo. Post Evo. Okay, not Tekken, post Evo. Alright. October 2019, Hungry for Battle Tekken Chicken. So 70-man local, downtown Toronto, Japanese themed Nashville hot fried chicken, 12 stations of Tekken 7, TWT Dojo 64. So if I remember correctly, I think I was going to a nightclub later on this night. I don't remember, or maybe another casual, so I thought I'd just pop in and just to watch some Tekken. Okay, those are that is legit. Those Reaper Ranch chips are actually legit. So someone from Buffalo brought them in, made with Carolina Reaper peppers. Yep, one, and I'm sweating like a motherfucker. So this is all strictly nothing but Tekken 7. Okay, I wanted some food, so I got some food. This is some Nashville Japanese themed fried chicken. So this is nothing but Tekken 7. Nothing but I think 12 stations of Tekken 7. No other games being played. No Soul Calibur, no Virtua Fighter, no Dead or Alive. Tekken event. I think it was won by Joey Fury, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so another big 3D fighter event in the history of Toronto. Yep. This is your top 8. Joey Fury Gold, Mishami's Black Alert, Enrek Akudama, JD Escobar, TTT Neo Russell. Yep. So it was a pretty good night. I think about 60 or 70 people entered this one. So it's downtown Toronto. You might as well. You're in town. Might as well just see something new and different. TTT Final Impact 2019. So this is the final monthly tournament of the year, if I remember. So I did. So to celebrate my birthday, I went to 5 events in 4 days. I went to a rave, I went to a play, I went to a K-pop show, I went to this tournament, and then I went to a nightclub after that. All 5 events that I've been to, people in that shit. So this is the final monthly of the year of 2019. All the games are being hosted. I remembered I got second at this monthly for ST. I think 6 or 8 people showed up for ST, did a little tournament. I lost to Pestro first round using M Bison, but everywhere else in bracket in losers I used Fei Long. I lost 3-2 until I lost to Unessential in grand finals 3-0. So every game is being featured. Soul Calibur 6, Tekken 7, Samurai Showdown, Tim Hortons Specialty Donuts. This is BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. This is under Nightenbirth EXE latest. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, X Grandmaster Challenge, King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition, Neo Geo Cabinet at the Hive, King of Fighters 2002, Vanilla, Hitbox, keyboard key sticks. And so all the games are up there for the downstairs. They gave us the pit. They gave us the pit for just ST. So this is our little private section. One Nappy Santa, Nachos, Smash Brothers Ultimate, not Dragon Ball FighterZ, Fantasy Strike, TTT belt, Best in Toronto TTT champion. Alright, and the last one, TTT Canada East Championship 7. So by my recollection, I went to a drum and bass, a very hyped drum and bass monthly featuring all the local talent. I went to a nightclub, Nest nightclub, basically partying like a motherfucker. Do I have the video here? Yes, I do. VIP booth. Alright, that's it. I just need half a minute of this. So basically, I went to a nightclub and I fucking partied like a motherfucker, VIP booth, and I didn't get back home until 4 in the morning, had a little shower, had a little bit of breakfast, did not fucking sleep, arrived here 11 in the fucking morning. So I came here on no sleep from a nightclub, and I was lucky to get some breakfast and a shower before here. So here I just chilled out. It was $45 for, how much was the venue fee? Okay, well the venue fee was like $35 and ST was $10, CVS2 was $10, and it's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna bring my recorder, record some CVS2 with Jed, because I need the warm-up of when I'm going to Edmonton the following Monday to play some CVS2 and some legacy footage in Edmonton, and then from there I would be trapped in there because of the pandemic, which would lead to a new chapter in the next episode of Rarity Talk. So this is, which would be the final offline tournament in Toronto, in COFGC, with TTT Canada East Championship 7, the mini major before Toryukin, and then COVID happened. So we're back in the exact same ballroom we were in for CECC 3. When Rebello won SF5 using Nash. Right. So we got all these multitude of games. We got 2 stream stations. $10 venue, $10 spectator fee, but you get as much casuals as you can. That's fucking worth it. That is fucking worth it. I'd take it. Buffalo in the house. Fate Unlimited code. So stations, you can. So I brought a recorder, and one of the TVs that Russell brought in has a TV out port, and it works. So I don't have to use a splitter, and it works fucking perfectly. And I managed to record 30 game set with Jet 07. I'll put the link up. I'll show it after I'm done the photo album. Oh my god, stay fucking free, get fucking bodied, sleeping. ST station, CVS2 station. Yeah, we use this television, and up here was a TV output, and I already brought my external recorder and a bunch of composite cables and whatchamacallit, USB flash drive to record. Yep. So I recorded a 30 game set. Just to get some legacy footage, yo. Alright. Alright. That's it. Yep, that's it. Alright, and that is the end of the episode. That's the end of the episode. There you go. So that is Toronto Locals Photo Album, Part 2 of 2. This is my entire photographic event history of all the locals I've attended in Toronto during the Street Fighter V era. And that's the end of that episode. It's just, I wanted to chronicle another photo album. These photo album episodes are very easy and very filler. And there you go. So the next episode that I have planned out here is... Now, when I went to Edmonton to vacation, the pandemic fucking happened and I am trapped here. So I felt like I wanted to make some legacy sessions. There was no legacy sessions in Canada to host. No one wanted to play on Fightcade at the time, so I figured I'm gonna make this city that I'm soon gonna live in. I'm gonna record some legacy footage during this whole pandemic before things start, getting back on track. So this will be episode 33, Edmonton, Canada's legacy sessions during the Ice Age, and as explained already, if you see this part right here, I wanted to make this part timeline it, make episodes 31, 32, 33 very chronological. So there you go. So alright, that is episode 32 of Rarity Talk. Yeah, episode 32 of Rarity Talk, and alright, I'll see you when I see ya.